She didn't deserve this at all. She didn't deserve this. If someone doesn't want to be with you, leave that person alone. That doesn't mean you go and kill them.
This is the story of Keera Brabham, a 29-year-old mother with a thriving entrepreneurial spirit and a beloved 4-year-old son. Keera's life was overflowing with promise as her businesses gained momentum, but tragically, her bright future was abruptly extinguished when she was discovered deceased in an apartment fire. What appeared to be a seemingly random event would be revealed as a much darker reality. Close family and friends suspected that Keera's ex-boyfriend, 31-year-old Larry Emil, may have lashed out in a jealous rage after she ended their relationship just 4 weeks prior. Was Keera's death an accident or cold-blooded murder? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Tamarack, Florida. Keera Wanisha Brabham was born on February 24, 1994, in Mount Vernon, New York. She was the youngest of 3 children to Curtis and Juliet Brabham. In 1997, the family moved to Vero Beach, Florida, to care for her great-grandparents. Keera attended Highlands Elementary and was part of the gifted program. She later went to Oslo Middle School and graduated from Vero Beach Charter High School, where she also completed classes at Indian River State College. Keera started at FAMU in Tallahassee, but switched to Tallahassee Community College, earning her associate's degree. She initially aimed to become a registered nurse, but discovered her true passion for aesthetics. Keera returned to Vero Beach, starting her business, Shaded Aesthetics, at her parents' home. In the year 2017, Keera met and fell in love with Rick Francois, marking the beginning of a significant chapter in her life. 2 years later, in 2019, the couple welcomed their adorable son into the world, naming him Nico. This joyous addition to their family brought immense happiness and fulfillment to Keera and Rick. Eventually the two would go their separate ways, but remain in each other's lives as friends and parents to their son. She was devoted to her role as a mother and dedicated herself tirelessly to providing her son with a brighter future. In August 2023, Keera moved her aesthetics business to a new location in Sunrise, Florida, as she realized she needed to move to South Florida to grow her business. She started running a larger salon with her business name, Shaded Aesthetics, displayed prominently on the front door. She was really excited for this new milestone in her life, and she shared this moment with her thousands of followers.
Clients came in today with a cake that I was about to drop. I better not drop this cake. Some roses and a bottle of champagne, a bottle of bubbly to celebrate my new location. I feel loved. I did this for my clients. I did this for all of you. And thank you so much, Miss BB, for the gifts.
She frequently talked about how important it was to her that all her clients felt at home, regardless of where they came from or whether they spoke English well.
No hablo mucho inglés, así que lo hablo español. In other words, my Spanish client does not speak much English, so I speak Spanish to her. And when I was saying papader means to blink. So, my caption that I just posted, papader por mi mami, blink for me, mommy. And when I was telling her, mira means look. We live in South Florida, get with the times, guys, okay? And that's why it's called Shaded Aesthetics, because all shades, all colors, all nationalities, you're gonna get laid and slayed, okay? And I'm gonna make you feel comfortable. You don't have to speak English, baby. We're gonna make it do what it do. And I put that on. Yeah, mama. Have a good day.
With her client base growing, a newly established salon, and a cherished son, life seemed to be really going well for Keera. At some point, Keera entered into a relationship with 31-year-old Larry Emil. According to accounts from her loved ones, Emil exhibited signs of jealousy and a desire for control, leading to strain in their relationship. Eventually, these issues escalated to the point where Keera felt compelled to terminate the relationship. However, Larry's reaction to the breakup was concerning, as he struggled to accept it gracefully. At the early hour of 3:30 a.m. on December 26, 2023, dispatch received reports of a structure fire at an apartment complex. Deputies along with the Tamarack Fire Rescue swiftly reacted to a distress call reporting a fire outbreak at the Versailles Gardens condominium complex, situated at 7900 S Colony Circle. The building was evacuated and crews worked quickly to extinguish the fire. After successfully containing the blaze and meticulously combing through the premises in search of survivors, the rescue team stumbled upon a chilling discovery. Within one of the units, emergency responders found 29-year-old Keera Brabham. Authorities diligently extended their search efforts, scouring the vicinity for any possible additional victims or clues pertaining to the incident, and realized that Keera was the only occupant of the residence at that time. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. Upon arrival at the scene, Keera's family and friends were overcome with devastation upon receiving the tragic news of her death. As investigators delved deeper into the circumstances surrounding Keera's untimely death, they uncovered significant details suggesting a potential homicide.
I was terrified. The banging, the screaming, the call 911.
A neighbor describes the terror after a woman's apartment goes up in flames. She never made it out.
Loved ones had just enough time and had just been with her on Christmas yesterday.
And tonight they have a lot of questions about what happened inside her apartment.
It was around 3:30 in the morning when they got the call that a fire had broken out right back there inside apartment number 203. That's here in Tamarack. Tonight we're hearing from one of the neighbors who tells us what he heard just before the flames.
So today we're making pancakes from scratch. Say from scratch. Yep.
Keera Brabham was a loving mom to her young son. Her mom stunned, telling us she got a call early in the morning that her daughter's Tamarack condo was on fire and she did not survive.
My daughter's gone. I mean, she was at my house yesterday. We had Christmas dinner yesterday. You know, we spoke yesterday. She did not deserve to die.
Now they have to break the news to her little boy.
She has a 4-year-old child now that we have to raise, and we have to tell him that his mother's gone. It's not fair.
I was terrified. The banging, the screaming, the call 911.
Brian Marty lives nearby. He said around 3:40 in the morning, he heard commotion coming from Keera's unit just moments before the fire.
I tell you, it was just screaming and yelling. As soon as I walk out, I see smoke coming out of the windows, the cracks of the door.
She ran a business. She's a business owner.
Keera's sister Stephanie was with her just hours before the deadly fire. She said Keera was concerned.
My sister and myself and her friends, we went out last night to the club. While we were in the club, she tapped me on my shoulder to let me know that this guy was texting her weird things. She said that he's being a stalker.
Now, at this point, BSO is not releasing very much information. They do tell us, however, that they're awaiting the results of an autopsy to figure out the cause of death.
It came to light that merely hours before her passing, Keera had been enjoying a night out with her friends and loved ones. Distraught loved ones asserted vehemently that her death was not a mere accident, but rather a deliberate act of cold-blooded murder. Their conviction rested on the belief that Keera's ex-boyfriend, from whom she had recently parted ways, was responsible for her death. The BSO homicide and crime scene units were called in to investigate and speak to witnesses and Keera's family. After nearly a 2-month investigation, detectives believe Keera's ex-boyfriend, 31-year-old Larry Emil, was responsible for her death and the arson. Emil was taken into custody and placed under arrest, subsequently being confined to the BSO main jail.
An arrest has been made in a deadly fire that claimed a woman's life back in December. Laren Lenworth Emil is facing murder and arson charges. Police say the 31-year-old was behind the fire that killed 29-year-old Keera Brabham. According to investigators, Brabham was inside her apartment along North University Drive and Northwest 64th Street when it went up in flames. Family members say Brabham had expressed concerns about a man texting her weird things just hours before the fire.
The charges against Emil include 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of arson. What happened to Keera is an awful tragedy. Keera was just reaching her dreams, serving as an inspiration to those around her, embodying the spirit of determination by building her own business from scratch while uplifting others along the way. She should be here. Her ex-boyfriend didn't have the right to end her life and take her from her friends and loved ones. My condolences to her family. May you continue to heal and one day find peace. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.